A quiet revolution is unfolding, one that most people barely notice. Men are increasingly choosing to walk away from women, not out of anger or bitterness, but out of clarity, awareness, and self-preservation. For decades, men have been told their worth depends on how much they give, to provide, to tolerate, to communicate, to compromise, and to sacrifice. Yet too often, their efforts are met with disrespect, fleeting loyalty, and diminishing appreciation. Over time, men begin to see the truth. The problem was never that they didn't give enough, but that they were giving to a system designed to take without reciprocating. Society has long portrayed a man's value as tied to his ability to attract and please women through movies, music, and advertising, creating a cycle where men expend themselves chasing ideals that no longer exist. Modern dating rarely emphasizes building families, growing together, or fostering mutual respect. Instead, it prioritizes leverage, validation, and keeping options open. Once a man recognizes this, he stops playing a game rigged from the start. He chooses himself, not out of spite, but out of survival. Men are not walking away because they fear strong women or commitment. They leave because they've calculated the cost of their emotional labor and realized it often outweighs the return. They've seen friends lose homes, savings, and children despite years of devotion. They've witnessed love replaced by entitlement, gratitude vanish the moment security is achieved, and effort dismissed as baseline expectation rather than appreciated contribution. As a result, many men quietly exit relationships without announcements, social media statements, or dramatic confrontations. They stop chasing validation, stop compromising values, and redirect energy into building themselves, financially, physically, emotionally, and intellectually. They invest in businesses, skills, travel, fitness, and pursuits that reward them directly instead of draining them. Paradoxically, when men stop seeking to attract women, their value rises. They become magnetic, disciplined, confident, and self-sufficient, yet by then, they no longer need the very attention they once sought. This shift goes beyond personal experience. It is a cultural awakening. Men are recognizing patterns previously invisible. The instability of modern dating, the transactional nature of many relationships, and the performative aspects of social media that place attention above intimacy. They see that no matter how much they give, loyalty can be withdrawn, affection can be conditional, and commitment can evaporate at the whim of another. Traditional respect for men as providers and protectors has eroded, leaving contributions unrecognized and emotional labor weaponized. Affection, respect, and intimacy can all be manipulated, and men have learned the hard way that giving endlessly in these circumstances is exhausting and often futile. With financial independence and self-reliance, men realize they no longer need to build their lives around someone who may one day resent their success or take it for granted. At the heart of this movement is the pursuit of peace. Alone, men can breathe, think clearly, focus on personal growth, and experience stability without constant emotional tension. They no longer allow their self-worth to be defined by someone else's mood or approval. This is often misunderstood by women, who may see silence and absence as rejection or anger, when in truth it is a conscious choice for survival and self-respect. Men rarely look back once they leave, building lives filled with meaningful routines, deeper friendships, and passions that weren't possible while constantly regulating another person's emotions. They stop signing emotional contracts that only benefit others and instead prioritize mastery over their craft, finances, bodies, and minds, gaining value and confidence that is undeniable. Ironically, the more men step back, the more magnetic they become. Women may notice their absence and initially feel empowered or relieved, only to gradually realize what stability, reliability, and silent support they once had. The void these men leave becomes a lesson in appreciation, yet by then, they've evolved into someone who no longer depends on approval for fulfillment. Walking away is not revenge, it's self-respect. It's a shift from chasing validation to pursuing mastery, peace, and personal growth. This awakening is reshaping relationships. Men are no longer playing a rigged game, and their presence or absence signals a new standard of worth. Choosing themselves, men quietly redefine what it means to be strong, fulfilled, and in control of their lives, proving that peace and self-respect are far more valuable than any fleeting approval or conditional affection. Before we end, I want you to imagine. Close your eyes for a second. Picture her, the girl you've always wanted. Feel what it would be like to actually have her. Now open your eyes, because here's the truth. Right now, you're invisible to her. You're getting outcompeted by guys with more money, better looks, higher status, and stronger game. You're playing a rigged game, and you're losing. But I've spent the last 35 years mastering this, studying, testing, and finally finding the secrets to get the girls I always wanted. You want to stop getting ignored? You want her chasing you? Then you need to wake up and act. Click the link in the comments if you are truly committed and take the first step toward becoming that guy. Few spots left. Be fast or miss out your last chance to make her yours. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. If this message spoke to you or gave you something to think about, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new drop. I've got more real talk, more growth, and more power coming your way. So stay locked in. And if you're going through something right now, just remember, your silence can say more than 1,000 words ever could. Take care of yourself, keep rising, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.